In a world that never stops screaming, your ability to be silent becomes your greatest power. Everyone gets pulled like puppets into the chaos, but you're learning to stand still in a world that's lost its balance. Because true strength doesn't scream, it doesn't react. It's the quiet refusal to be moved by anything or anyone. Most people live on autopilot. Something happens, they react. They're insulted, they explode. They're challenged, they collapse. Always in defense mode, never realizing their lives no longer belong to them. But here's the truth. If you don't learn to respond, the world will teach you to react. And what the world teaches is fear. So how do you stay grounded in the middle of a storm? You begin with yourself. You begin by noticing the tension in your body. You silence the panicked voice in your head and listen for the whisper underneath, the one you forgot was even there. That quiet voice is your true self. The chaos outside is always a mirror of the war within. When you're at conflict with yourself, everything feels like a threat. Every disagreement feels personal. Every delay feels like disrespect. But once you make peace inside, you realize nothing outside ever had control. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." That's the real work, the shadow work most people avoid. When someone disrespects you, it's not about them. It's a flare, a signal. Something deep inside is being triggered. That's not weakness. It's your invitation to grow. And unless you answer that call, you'll live the same reaction again and again and again. No, you don't need to fight the chaos. You don't need to scream louder. You just need to see it for what it is, a test of your alignment. When you stop needing to control the world, you discover how much control you already had. Because real control isn't about fixing others. It's about mastering yourself. Let them shout. Let them provoke. Let them doubt you. You stay still. You observe without absorbing. You listen without attachment. And when it's time to act, you move from choice, not compulsion. That is power. That is presence. So many are addicted to approval, to being seen, praised, validated. But the moment you need that, you give the world your remote. And anyone can push your buttons, but not you, not anymore. Because now you remember, no one will control you again. Not their opinions, not your past, not the voice in your head that says you're not enough. You are reclaiming your mind, choosing awareness over reaction, stillness over chaos, presence over panic. And yes, the world will try to pull you back into drama, into noise, into needing to prove yourself. But when you've faced your own darkness and didn't run, you become unshakable. Not because life got easier, but because you got quieter. You stopped running. You stopped needing. You stopped giving your energy to what doesn't matter. And in that silence, you found peace. You found power. You found yourself. And if something in these words awakened something in you, if this message reflected a truth you've been quietly holding, then stay with us. Subscribe to the channel, because this isn't the end of the message. It's the beginning.